We all know the news now, and if you don't, we've decided to recall Aaron Anselmino from Boca Juniors after agreeing to pay a $1 million recall activation fee. After signing Anselmino for $80 million, which then rises to around $22 million once certain clauses get activated, the original part of that deal involved loaning Anselmino back to Boca Juniors for the entirety of the season. But with our current injury crisis and the fact that Maresca doesn't have as much confidence in his centre-back options down that right-hand side, it's now a moment for Anselmino to come to Chelsea and stake a claim for himself in this team. Now that we know the news, let's now find out about this player, because one of the most surprising things about this transfer are the amount of appearances that Anselmino has made. He's only made 23 appearances for Boca Juniors, starting 15 times. That's working out around $1 million per appearance he's made for Boca Juniors. From those 15 starts, he's scored 2 goals, he's got 3 assists, he's accumulated around 1,343 minutes. However, he's also picked up 3 hamstring injuries of varying difficulty. So my friends, let's waste no more time in this intro and let's find out exactly who Anselmino is, why exactly we decided to fork out this crazy amount of money on a kid that's barely played. Now I need to shout out Nino12x as I'm using his compilation. Make sure you guys give him a follow, and I'm really excited to see this because he never plays around. Anselmino stays strong, backs into his man. Now, one thing with Anselmino that we know is that he's a strong 2-footed defender that is very elegant on the ball, but also he's a thinking man's defender. He's not just pretty on the ball, he can do the dirty work. See, look how he's just like moving his runner out wide into less dangerous areas. He's got confidence using his strength and body to just like put himself in front of his man. And a situation that wasn't controlled is now under control. That's a nice little sign. Good tackling there. Obviously with Anselmino, with how he plays, he's also adept aerially, but most importantly, he can follow runners with his pace and also with his tackling on the ground. I love when defenders can do both. We've seen some really good tackles and interceptions. See, an example of him looking to just close down the danger out wide. Nice little slide tackle as well. He likes to get a bit of his man in it too. That's the type of energy he's going to need in the Premier League or in this country if he gets minutes this season. Reads that well. He's not afraid to slide in. That might be something he has to work on though as he develops and gets older, because in this league with the quality you have, players will look to fool you. That's it. Reads it really well then. Now, I want to go back to that clip. Yes, you're seeing an example of him during his youth days, but you have to realize this. Under Maresca, he wants proactive style defenders, which essentially means, are you good enough? Are you aware enough? Are you quick enough mentally to leave your defensive line, to engage your opposition higher up? Because the whole point of that is to stop the counter-attack before you're giving it more life to really hurt you. That's what I look for. And you're seeing lots of examples of Anselmino. Great reading of the game. And that's going to help him a long way as he develops at our football club. I don't know why this is McDonald's ads here, but that's a funny one. Hope I don't get banned for that or blocked for that. Anselmino, flipping hell, what a tackle, mate. That's like a bit of a John Terry tackle there, no? Like, you don't really see our defenders going in hard like that. That's a real cruncher. Obviously, he's got a lot of respect from the Boca Junior fans. Like, a lot of them are fuming because they don't have defensive reinforcement right now. A lot of them feel, listen, for someone that's not really played much, we're getting a lot of money for him. But they all know that this guy has immense talent and immense potential. And you're seeing little small details and signs behind why we've decided to, make a move for him so aggressively now. See what I mean? He stops the danger coming in. Look. The ball's about to go to the guy in white. Anselmino's read that already. He's one step ahead of the play. Like, I like defenders that think about where they are on the fields, how they move, and understand like the flow of the game. That is really important. And that's it. Hard and tight and aggressive is what you want to see. Many examples of this so far. This is why I like Nino 12X in his comps. Like, he doesn't just go for like the gas moments or the highlight moments. It gives you an idea behind, you know, how these players move and think and what they do, which I like. See Anselmino there stepping up to close down the danger and engaging. Again, he's comfortable pushing out wides. And for someone who's like 19, I mean, he looks quite built, this kid, I can't lie. Maybe this is why Maresca's said, you know what, you're staying with the squad. There's enough in your game that I like. Nice seat. Just strong. Just holds his frame. And this is good defending here, because look how he quickly looks to go to the right sides of the striker just to try and pin him and to stop him from turning. And that's it. Gets in front of his man. And he secures that, makes that his. But I think we're seeing a few examples of how, you know, he is quite confident defending against a counter-attack, which is, again, if we got all the possession in the world and our main threats come from, you know, teams that look to hit us on the counter-attack, you need defenders that can also keep the composure in those areas. That can also help you nullify those threats. But anyway, we're seeing one of the goals he scored for Boca. I think this might be the game he secured man of the match, actually. But look, again, aerial presence, I need that, man. Look how he just kind of goes into an unmarked territory right here. No one's picking him up. No one's marking him. And just directs that to the bottom left post. Nice header. Nice header. I mean, 3 goals in 15 appearances. I mean, most midfield players would be happy for numbers like that. Let's not forget that. I feel like we're going to see many examples of Anselmino showing his aerial prowess. And yeah, more that type of defender, man. See, nice tight. See, he looks to pin the striker. He's got his arms on him to stop the amount of elevation that the striker can get. And he leans in really tight to them as well to put them off balance. And this is where he has the opening, of course, to try and win that header for himself, as you can see right there. Oh, good tackle. I'm curious, you know, when we signed him, I'd imagine that we watched a lot of his youth games because he's barely played for us or have been gassed after one debut for Boca Juniors. That doesn't make sense. And this is where you're seeing some of the skill now. He's got that comfortability when it comes to progressing the ball forwards, you know, creating new passing angles. I think in the modern day game now, you need centre-backs who are good on the ball. Look at guys like Houston from Bournemouth, guys like Hato from Ajax. It's important. And I've always felt like, listen, in the modern day game, with how important pressing is, right? Isn't it good to have press-resistant centre-backs that can play through the lines? Ain't that important? Nice left-footed pass into Cavani. I think this is the future. This is where everything's heading right now. So I think we definitely need a lot more of that profile because we've suffered the last 2 games not consistently having that. Not afraid to put his head into things. See, look how aggressive he is. Look how going right to the halfway line to try and win that. He goes to ground maybe a bit too much though. I mean, he's young. As he develops, I think he'll be minimizing that. I think Maresca will be encouraging him not to be going down too easily. Are we seeing signs of him being maybe too aggressive at times, looking to overcommit to win every tackle? A lot of young players have that type of propensity to do stuff like that. They're the things that have to be ironed out his game as he develops, sorry. This is like the headering compilation, right? Headers after headers after headers. Wow. Maybe a bit too many headers. I want to see the passing now, you know, we get it. He can head the ball. We're seeing a lot of tenacity in his highlights and how he moves on the field, but, you know, we want to see some of the technique now. We want to see how he moves on the ball because there's more to his game than that. And now we can see what he does on the ball. Now, this is a great pass to find Edison Cavani. Brings that down beautifully. Composure in tight areas. He sees where the press is coming from and he just shifts his body weight to the opposite direction. Seamless. Maintains possession for his team. Nice little Cruyff turn, maintaining possession. Oh, nice little cut inside. Oh, you know what? I've seen a bit of this kid from a lot of like comps, and yeah, I do my research, you know what I mean? I feel like I see a tiny bit of David Luiz in this game in terms of the technique, the composure. He seems to always be under control in these moments, right? Obviously, the Prem will be a different beast, the intensity, the energy, everything. Like, let's not forget that. But, you know, there is a bit of this, like, belief in himself. You look at the technique behind that, you know, just to put that back heel on that little pass in. You know what I mean? A little, like, scooped, lofted one. How many centre-backs do you see attempting that type of pass? For me, that communicates someone that is very comfortable on the ball and likes to move it around. I mean, yeah, some of these passes he's playing, they're not easy ones, you know. So he steps up, carries it forwards. A bit of fortune then as the marker slip, but he finds this man on the left side. Yep, on the ball, there's this man, and it's a nice little, see what I mean? Like, playing through lines for fun, like nice, delicate, lofted ball. Just beat like, what, 1, 2, 3, 4 players in the opposition. And I can imagine him playing a pass like that to a Cole Palmer who likes to operate in those same areas, right? Nice little Cruyff turn. And yeah, plays a pass to his teammate down that left side. On the ball, looking up, heads up, who wants it? I mean, simple pass between the lines. Oh, great ball wide to find his teammate. So he's got plenty of time and space. You know, listen, we've seen how teams are kind of mid-blocking us right now. Would it help to have a bit more, you know, technical excellence on the ball maybe? In terms of finding solutions to play out from the back. I really feel like a lot of times with the top teams, you want to have at least one of your centre-backs who's also like a deep-lying playmaker in that sense. And so, I mean, on the right-hand side, a position I could see him playing for us. And that's a brilliant switch ball then to find his teammates. But he also operates centrally as well too. Could that be his long-term position, as he is a 2-footed player? Nice, delicate lofted ball with his right foot, finding his teammate out wide in the left. It does feel like he has profit from having like a Cavani up front who can like deal with these aerials. Is Nico that type of striker? I'm not too sure. Anselmino collects that and then with his left foot pins that like what, 65 yards? Like first time. Like it's not, you know, we're so used to watching the pros play, right? But when you're on the actual field yourself, it's not easy to be attempting a lot of these passes, you know, to put the type of weight behind the ball, the power that you need to have, especially on a big field like this. It's not easy. But I like that a lot of his passes are kick-starting attacks, pushing his team up the field. And he does this thing that Cole does, like the little like clearance pass, where like he's always clearing the ball in an area in which a second ball could be won or a teammate's near. You know, it's a nice sign of how they think, right? I like that. Great switch ball. His teammate couldn't really profit from that then. This is what I mean by the clearance type of pass. I mean, this is an excellent like ball, to be honest. Yeah, he definitely has that Cole thing in this game. On the ball, you don't want to give this guy time and space because he's going to pin it. And it's nice to see that he's very trusting with his left foot. Not many centre-backs are. You need that sometimes. And listen, this is the type of ability that's going to give him, you know, a lot of possibilities in this game. He could be used on the left side at times, the right side, centrally. You know, that's the type of problem solving that you want to have in your squads and the solutions that you want to have, right? So that's a really key thing about his game. Seeing some great left-footed passes now. Great switch ball. I wonder who he's going to play that to, though. Is that going to be Neto on the left-hand side? I'm not too sure. But anyway, on the ball, that's it. Yeah, that's well easily intercepted then. Of course, he's got time and space to play a lot of these passes. The Premier League is going to be a bit different. So at this level, when it's higher, you don't want to telegraph your moves all the time or make them too obvious. We're seeing examples of the idea, but not always the execution, and had a bit of fortune in that moment then. Anyway, that series is stepping up. Deep footed left foot cross. And yeah, I feel like, listen, we've seen enough of how he defends, how he thinks, how he moves the ball. We're not here to watch the most gas highlights, especially when he hasn't been playing that much. But we're here to understand why we've made the move for the defender, what he can offer, what he can do, and some of the reasons as to why I think we decided to fork this type of money out. So my friends, that's everything you need to know about Aaron Anselmino. Share your thoughts and opinions. And on that note, I'm Nini FC. This is BlueLionsTV. See you all soon. Cool.